The truth is that every constituency gets enough, the same money from Kera, exactly the same. Last financial year, 62 million for every constituency in the Republic, because the law itself, the Kenya Roads Boards Act 207, Section 6, makes it mandatory to that it be shared equally across the country. So Vihiga gets its fair share of its constituency. How it is advertised is different for every constituency at different time, depending on the constituency roads committees, meetings, and so forth. So you would have picked the period, under the answer I gave, you picked a period where there was an advert going out for that county with many other counties across the country in relation to that only figure. But cumulatively, when you finish the financial year, depending on how the planning was done for every constituency, it will eventually lead to 62 million shillings. Number two, Mr. Speaker, I don't think it is, the last time I was in this house before I left, and I still think it's the same, it is not right to impute an improper motive to the other chamber. It is for the committee and good working relationship with two chambers of parliament. It is important not to generalize a debate about National Assembly and the Senate. And therefore, because, Mr. Speaker, even when my eyes are thrown around the House, I see three former members of National Assembly who managed constituencies and worked with the Constituency Roads Committee, Honorable Omenen, Honorable Tobiko, Honorable Gisang. All of them have a good history about how the Kera works with constituencies. And Honorable Abbas also is here. So by and large, and as we progress, there are more people who are coming from National Assembly to work here, and there are people who live here to find themselves in National Assembly, and I know a number of them whom we work together, and then others who become governors, as I suspect the Honorable Member is one of the suspects. So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, this kind of arrangement requires us to make sure that we find our ways. In fact, Mr. Speaker, when I came here first to this chamber, I used to have a problem with CDF and money going to constituents. But as I progressed towards the second term, I asked myself, is it better to go to my constituency, say Marakwet East, where I come from, and go and fight with the Constituency Roads Committee people I know and fight with the MP? Or is it better for me to centralize all resources to Nairobi so that I come and fight in Nairobi with so many other people? And I told myself, decentralization, even for resources that remain with national government, using this method where the money goes to the constituency, is easier for me to go and deal with characters on the ground whom I know and hold them into account than to keep the money at the headquarters here and shroud it with a lot of mystery. And I worked very well with my honorable members, including Senator Gisang here, in a way that we've made sure that the CDF funds schools, funds classes, in a way that mitigates this issue of marginalization across the country. Mr. Speaker, I agree with Honorable Otsotsi on one thing, Senator Otsotsi, that the problem of duplication is real. But, Mr. Speaker, it's not general. It's specific to certain areas, and it's a problem we are grappling with, even with the ministry. And what we have done is to make sure that we sign MOUs with counties that request Kera that you can maintain these roads. We have also expedited the process of graduating the roads from through Kenya Roads Boards, handed over from counties to national government and gazetted, so that if we find counties still maintaining a road that is already gazetted at national level, it becomes now easy for the Auditor General to point out this issue of double allocation. This area, especially in marginalized counties, this area of allocation of devolved roads money is still a little bit, the accountability is not up to date, and it's something we are working with on the minister, and it's good to acknowledge as it is, but it's not general in such a way that I would say even Vihiga is a victim. What Senator Osotsi can help me do is that in cases where there is an actual evidence that this is happening in this place, he can give me the information, even if it is not publicly, privately, because I don't need to fight with the MP. The regional manager or the regional director of the agency Kera we will hold him into account. I don't know the MP and I don't know country, the committees that are happening there. Eventually, the responsibility is with the regional director, and that's the person I will hold into account, that the money is allocated to where they have told us it's allocated. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, CS.